In Christ, you experience personal liberation. Every liberation is a liberation from something and to something. If when you're liberated from something, you're not liberated to something, you will immediately find yourself captive again. It's not enough to be set free from something. You must be set free to something. We are set free from the law of sin and death. Like gravity, it pulls us down. The 10 Commandments condemn us. They tell us where we are wrong, and there's no power within them to help us do what is right. It becomes a vicious cycle of repeated failure. We sin, we feel condemned, we sin more, we feel condemned more. But in Christ Jesus, we are set free to a new spiritual principle, the law of the Spirit of life. And the law of the Spirit of life means there is no more condemnation. None. Zilch. Zero. It is not there. No more condemnation. There's the law of gravity. The law of gravity says what goes up must come down. Every year past 50, I realize that more and more. The law of gravity pulls the ball down to the ground. The law of gravity results in a big thud when you miss that step off the ladder. The law of gravity is unrelenting. The law of gravity does not let go. We better hope that it never does. Then how does an airplane fly? There are 4 forces at work on an airplane. Those 4 forces are drag and gravity. Drag is the result of the atmosphere the plane is moving through and will constantly want to slow it down. Gravity is the pull of the force of the earth pulling the plane down. But there are 2 other forces at work on an airplane. They're called lift and thrust. If there's enough thrust, which is the power that pushes the plane forward, then the wings begin doing what they're designed to do. They change the pressure above the wings and below the wings. The pressure below the wings increases. The pressure above the wings decreases. And that results in lift. With thrust, there comes lift. And there's a critical point. That critical point is when there's enough thrust and enough lift that gravity and drag are wiped out. No, they're not wiped out. They're still there. They don't go away. But rather, they're overruled. The laws of aerodynamics, of lift and thrust, overrule the laws of drag and gravity. And the plane flies. In the same way, the law of the Spirit of life by faith in Christ Jesus overrules the law of sin and death. And as a result, we are therefore now, we have no condemnation. Christ overcame.